morning, everybody. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Audience, it's another Thursday morning. We've been, we're too stubborn to quit. We've got to keep going here. This is a show where we talk about what would you say, Joe? Like entrepreneurship, business, life. I breed snakes. Joe's like, what are you doing with your life, Adam? And this is where we talk about it here.
That's the differentiator, I think, of our show is the reptile angle.
That's true. That's true. That when people say, what do you do different? You know, that's what we do. Joe, did you go to like the barber shop, man? You get a clean shave? You're looking fresh this morning, man.
Yeah, well, yes, I did shave my beard because there was a Halloween party that I had to go to, and my beard didn't match the costume that I.
Did you have to powder up a little bit? Get a little foundation on your face there?
No, I didn't have to do anything.
Okay. Well,
I really wanted to grow back because I needed the cold winter is coming in Florida, so I needed to protect and warm my face.
Man, I gotta say, I'm so happy to hear from Chris. Chris, I hope you're getting well. I actually woke up this morning. I was like, I got to get in touch with that guy. And then I was like, it's 6 a.m. Adam. It's too early to get in touch with him. But good to see your posts, man. I'll catch up with you soon. Keep going after it, man.
Yeah, that is great to have Chris here. Thanks for joining, man.
Okay, so yeah. What I feel like we need some like clues or some hints, or are you just gonna? Was it like a really good costume? Was it okay?
If you'd like to see, I had it. What happened to me this morning, and what happened last week is I typed the URL that we use into the browser there, and then it brings me to an old show, like an old session, and I sign into that, and I'm waiting, and Adam, it gets to be 7:30. Adam's not there, and I'm like, Adam, where are you? I text Adam. I go, "What's up, dude?"
I'm just busy talking smack about you to the audience, waiting on you. That's all I do with that extra time, Joe.
He goes, "I'm in the studio. Where are you?" Okay, and so I had all of this loaded up in the other studios.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. I'll bring it up here, and there you go.
Wow. All right. What do we got here other than Joe and Chelsea, of course, and not
that's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Can anybody guess what I went to this party as? I was very proud of it.
I like it, but I'm not familiar. I feel like I need a clue here. I got to phone a friend.
Come on, chat. You can do it. Put it all together.
Did you call me Chad?
I said chat.
Oh, chat. Okay. I was like, what is that, some sort of hint to call me Chad?
No, come on.
All right. Well, now hang on a second. Let me see. Well, now Chelsea's costume, is that a shark head that she's dealing with?
Oh, very interesting. Yes.
Okay. So we got some sharks. Wait, was it that movie where the guy's like Bill Murray's like, I'll wrestle the shark for science. I won't kill it, but I'll wrestle it, like the Life Aquatic or whatever?
No.
Oh, the captain of Jaws. There it is.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, is his name Quint?
Quint.
Okay, there we go. The mighty Quint.
One thing about a shark, Chief, it's got lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes.
You want to know a horrible bit of trivia about Adam?
Never seen Jaws.
Never seen Jaws.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know why I talk to you sometimes.
Look, I got the storyline. I just don't know the ins and outs of what Quint looks like. I got an idea of what goes down.
Anybody who has seen the movie, I got those three. That she's got 3 cans attached to her, and that's the barrels in Jaws.
Oh, okay, gotcha. 3 cans of what?
It's 3 cans. It's barrels. So
Yeah, no, I
the
know that, but
fisherman,
I'm saying, when you shoot it,
shoot
he
it,
blows up
yeah.
the shark. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it yet.
It's not, you're not quite getting it, but
No,
there's barrels, and then he can't go down into the water. And so they shoot barrels at him, and then, and it's attached to him. And I put those cans on Chelsea. She really didn't want the cans on her. But we had fun. It was a good time.
that is cool. That was last night, party time?
It was this past Friday. It was
Oh, okay, the weekend.
Friday.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So so it was fun. It was good. And but it's funny because we're like slightly older than the people who were there. And so they had more modern costumes.
Okay.
And we were characters from the 70s. So
right. How did did they fare better at guessing your costume than I did?
They got it. Yeah, they got it. They kind of figured it out. Yes. There was one guy who was there, but you do this kind of thing to get the one or two people who are like, "That's a great costume."
Right.
And
You just need a handful.
Each other.
There you go.
And you have a beer together. So
that's right.
It was fun. But I got to grow this beard back now, though.
Yeah, you quite baby face. I got to say, I like it. It looks refreshing. You look faster.
I know. I feel like maybe I look a little younger. I don't know. Maybe not.
It's not my place to say that, but I like it. It looks good though.
So that was my one thing this week. I had a blast at a Halloween party, and I got dressed up as Quint from Jaws, one of my favorite characters of all times.
I think Wally nailed it. If you had gone as Frankenfurter, that would be a scene. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that reference or not, but that would be something there, Joe.
From Rocky Horror, that would have been a little different. But see, you got to pick a costume that it's not a hassle to wear. I mean, that was just like some of my normal clothes.
You're like, that's just another Saturday, man.
I just put it together the right way. And then it was really comfortable the entire night.
Well, it did look cozy. Yeah, it looked comfy on there. You didn't look put out one bit. It was good.
We had a blast. It was really fun. I came home. They had like little. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm like a little old for this kind of thing, but they had like little shots, like in like these little and like corked potion bottles.
Yeah.
I came home with like 8 of them in my pocket. I found like 8 of them.
How many you got left? You've been sneaking them through the day? Just like
no, they were empty. They were empty. I didn't I just put them in my pocket.
Oh, you just wanted the craft angle of them. You didn't want the actual shots. I see.
No, I just didn't. I wasn't close to a garbage, I think. So bang, put them in my pocket.
Okay, so now we're back to the start where you did have 8 of these shots. That's what happens when you have 8 shots. Yes, they end up in your pocket, dude.
They were like fruity little drinks.
Yeah, of course, right. Yeah. So I have I got my Rocky Horror Picture Show gig tonight. Speaking of Frankenfurter, so for any locals at the Grand, the Historic Opera House, we'll be putting on Rocky Horror Picture Show, start to finish, just the soundtrack of it, but with like some like radio dialogue. So, we keep the plot going, but I think the costumes I've heard less and less commitment. When I first signed on for this thing, I was told that it would be, full on. And now people are like, well, it's kind of radio. And I'm like, it's not radio. There's a live audience there. So we'll see. I'm going to look a little kooky, but I'm not doing the lingerie stuff. It'll be that.
No.
When
we get it, we'll be at least get a picture of this.
Yeah, week. there'll be a. I'm sure there'll be pictures. Yeah, and I'm sure it'll be ridiculous and fun as well. So
that's great. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So I've been working my butt off to get the shop in order, so I don't have to go there today. So I've got some of my my professional work this morning, and then after that, I'll just be rehearsing, and then we got to go do set up and sound check, and we have a good sound man, and I mean, sometimes good soundmen take stuff too far. This guy wants to mic every drum. I'm like, okay, it'll be an hour just for sound check on the drums. Yeah, I'm like, look, man, I got an amp, I got a guitar and a mic. That's it. And we're gonna walk in, and that's what we're gonna do. So, but my one thing, we talked a little bit last week about how like there seems to be universal truths, no matter the demographic, the money, the geography. There's good or bad, anything everywhere. And one of my rules I try to live by is that complaining does nothing. Like I'm not allowed to complain. So the exception to the complaining rule is you got to have a solution. So if you complain, that means you either got to take action, or if you can't do anything about it, it's not worth complaining about. So anyway, yesterday, I'm at the car wash and I see that this industrial dude with his like equipment, it was like lawn equipment, has pulled into one of the bays. He has unloaded his trailer. He's backed his trailer in, unloaded the trailer. So he's clearly a commercial guy doing his work, and he comes to clean his stuff. And I go talk to him and I say, hey man, I'm happy to have you here, but you got to clean up after yourself. Nobody wants to step out of the door of their car and put their feet in your greasy mud that you leave all over the bay. So
did you put it that way?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I pointed to it. I showed him and I said, I just need you to clean up. You're doing business. No problem. It's $1.50. Pay an extra $1.50, clean the bay when you're done. And I appreciate it. He goes, you know what? I will do that. I understand that. I said, okay. Shook his hand. I said, thank you. That means a lot to me. Go back to my rodent day, cleaning rodents, finishing that up. Walk out. The guy did none of it. Greasy mud all over the place. What's Adam got to do? I got to go clean the bay.
Yeah.
Not worth my time. So that's the complaining part. So the solution part is now I have to ban this guy and I have to get in touch with him and tell him, hey, you're not welcome back, pal. Out. I'm not dealing with it anymore. And now I feel better because I have the solution and I know what's going to happen. And if he doesn't abide by that, then I've already spoken with not about him, but just in general with the cops, where I'm like, look, if people like, if people shouldn't be there, how do I make sure they're not there? And they're like, you call us, you let us know the issue, and we tell them they can't come back. I'm like, all right. So I've tried the person-to-person conversation. Now I'll try the don't come back conversation. If that doesn't work, then I'll get the backup, you know?
Okay. All right.
And what it made me think of were days in restaurants where I had to remind myself that not all customers are customers that I want. And if somebody is damaging your place, if they're disrupting your business, if they're costing you more money, and like I can't be there 24/7 to wipe up this dude's greasy floor.
Right. Yeah.
Which means other customers that would pay aren't going to drive into the bay. He can't be there. I got to let that business go and not be too afraid to be like, oh, I need every penny. Absolutely not. That guy's got to go.
Like, how often does a guy come in? It's not like you're going to lose a customer that's like going to tank your business either.
No. And even if he comes every day and uses two rounds, it's $3. Yeah. I mean, he's if he drives off one other customer, because the thing is probably like who I really want are the active people in the community. They're going to tell their neighbors in suburbia, did you know for $1.50 you could go to this place and it's great?
Yeah, right,
you just drive in. That's what I need. And the even deeper like layer of the onion, this guy has his own small business. He's going through it. What would he think if I came to his shop and I left I just sprinkled rat crap all over the place? Like, that wouldn't be cool. Like, that's not like, I feel like we should have the same, mission, the same motive, you know?
Yeah. Like, take care of each other. Take care of the other
people. Hey, you know the grind I'm going through. I know the grind you're going through. Just clean up after yourself. No, get out.
So he hasn't been back since he didn't clean up, right?
Yeah, this was approximately 14 hours ago. So I've got to we'll have to have the follow-up discussion is ensuing.
Okay, gotcha. The saga of the dirty commercial driver.
Yeah, these commercial folks, man, and I've had to tell drywall guys the same thing. I'm like, look, you can't come clean your drywall crap here. And my favorite thing is when they're like, it's safe for your drains. I'm like, perfect. Go put it in your bathtub at home. You do it. I bet it's safe for your drains too. Get out.
Because and the reason is it makes everything dirty, and it makes it dirty for the other customers.
That's right. I look, I get that it's a car wash. People are going to wash stuff there. However, in my defense, it doesn't say industrial drywall garbage disposal. So there is a little nuance there, but I feel like, yeah, in all seriousness, I want people, literally what you have to do is drive in and step out of your car. And if the first experience you have is stepping into a whole bunch of crap that you don't want inside your car, you're not going to pull into my car wash bed.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. That's what the deciding factor is.
All right. And he's not going to like go online and go, this guy's a jerk and blah, blah, blah. No,
you know what I found? That I used to be worried about that stuff. Now I found totally confident. Yes, that's correct. I might be a jerk, but I'll have a clean car wash for people that want to wash their car.
Very good. Very good. Nice,
welcome everybody to the best value, cleanest value in town.
Very good.
But that's the stuff I would have to say in the bar. Oh, Adam's a jerk. He's not serving. He got rid of $1, Miller Lite night. Yeah, you can't get drunk for $6 and destroy my bar and piss off my staff anymore. Goodbye. Don't need you.
You had $1 Miller Lite night?
I did not. No, when I started, I inherited it. I was like, oh, this is the very first thing that's going away. I will tell you this right now. And they're like, you're losing all this business. I'm like, if I legally serve every one of you, I'm losing out on $28 and all the headache. Goodbye. Get out. And nobody else would come because nobody wanted to have a nice dinner while everybody's getting sloshed on $1 Miller Lights. It was an easy fix. It was fixed instantly. So it was, Jim brings up, I suppose, my biggest point. And this kind of leads in. This is one of these business cliches we always hear. The customer is always right.
Right. Yeah.
I'm generally a pretty big believer in that, but yeah, there are times that's just absolute hogwash, man. That's no good.
Yeah, there's something about that. Like, and we even in the accounting world, I mean, people wanted breaks all the time, and it's like we're not going to cheat on your taxes for you.
Well, right?
You just did your taxes. This is the outcome. Sorry.
Yeah, I can work with the information you give me, but this information is what it is, right?
So yeah. We're right. You're not right. I know you're the customer.
I had a
yelling at us because you didn't withdraw or withhold properly.
I had a guy one time. He was like, I just want a raw ribeye, and I was like, I can't. Are you going to take it home and cook it? I was like, I can't sell you that. And he's like, no, I'm going to eat it. He's like, have you not heard of? And he tried to give me a lecture on like steak tartare. I'm like, that is not steak tartare. Steak tartare has an acid in it of some sort, generally lemon juice, that cures the outside of it, and it makes it somewhat, at least reasonably, a little bit safe. I'm like, this is nothing safe about this. And he's like, no, I just eat raw steak. I'm like, I can't serve that to you, sir. That's not going to happen. And he was losing it. And I'm like, well,
he was losing it.
Yeah. He's like, I can't believe this. And he gave me the customer's always right stuff. I said, look, if you get sick, you're going to turn around and sue me. And then I have to explain why I served you a raw steak, which is the most unsafe thing ever. I was like, at the very least, all surface temperatures have to hit at least 160 outside degrees. That's called putting it on a grill. I was like, I'll sear it for you and serve it as raw as I can. And he finally was like, well, fine. And he's like, I can't believe this. I'm like, I can't believe this. This is something.
It is strange, like when somebody, like a customer, has a strange request and they act like it's not a strange request.
Yeah. Like,
And then you go, and they're like, you're the problem.
right. Yeah. I'm the bad. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I can't do that, man. It's not going to happen. And that's no judgment of you. That is a legal requisite for me to be able to provide for my family. And, in your case, Joe, not go to jail by lying on taxes and signing off on this. And
Right.
in this
Yes.
case, actually, the customer would go to jail because I'm sure you guys have that
Oh,
nice
yeah.
disclaimer of,
Yes.
you sign off on what we're doing. We are nothing but an advisory, and you take ownership. But you got that little note in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. And the other thing is like a misunderstanding of like what you're offering too. Like,
Right.
it's like what we did at the tax at the accounting firm is like we're a service. You're paying for our service. But if you don't like the product that we give you, like, hey, you owe $20,000, it doesn't mean you don't pay us. We've already done the service.
Right. Whoops. No, you guys got the wrong answer. I'm not paying you.
That was the biggest problem. It's like we do the work and it's all in the agreement and everything. And it's like you're paying for our services. You're not paying for the tax return. You're paying for our services, our work. And like then they would get and they go, I owe too much. You didn't do the right thing. And like, we've done the work. Now you have to pay us.
Yeah, and you're right. Yeah, it's it's like when a contractor finds that an eighth grader wired the electrical work in the walls. Listen, we know that wasn't in the budget. However, this has to get done. We have found this, and there's that cost to it.
Yeah.
So, what are some like? Are there like other like business cliches that you hear that you just roll? Like one other one came to mind that actually tied to the Dollar Miller Lite Night was when people say make it up in volume, and I'm like, if you're losing on one, no amount of volume will make it up. You have to be making at least a penny or have the economy of scale to buy enough to bring the price down to make a penny. But if one of those things doesn't happen, you will never make it up in volume. And like
you're just losing in volume. That's what you're doing.
You're just losing at a bigger scale at that point. You make more by shutting off the lights and locking the doors because at least you're lowering your expenses. Man. I've told this situation many times, but I found myself not even purposefully, but in my career where I was taking these fix-up projects. So they were these really big, nice investments that people had made, and they were just run into the ground with garbage ideas and no backbone. And anyway, those were the mindsets that I faced. Like I would have these board members that are like, no, it's a great deal. If you make a great deal, you're just going to make it up in volume. Everybody will be there. Like, I don't need 6 of you drinking Dollar Miller Lights, much less 80 of you drinking Dollar Miller Lights.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me. And are these things most of them come from like your restaurant days, you think?
Yeah. So there were, I guess if there were 2 buckets, there were 2 buckets in my career. One was with Ruby Tuesday, which has 0 creative or operational input. You get told what to do, how to do it, when to do it. There's just policies. You go operate and execute. And if you do it well, you can make a whole lot of money because in those days, Ruby's really was kind of at the forefront of casual dining. I can't speak to their business now. I haven't worked for Ruby since 2006. So almost 20. Next year will be 20 years that I haven't worked for Ruby's. But in those days, if you hit your metrics and we could return profit to shareholders, everybody was getting rich, man. Like I say, I made good money in that time. More importantly to your question, though, then I entered a phase of my career, which was with the PGA Tour, and then with even more so with private clubs, where you had a lot more operational input. We were writing our own budgets. We were presenting business models to boards for approval. We were introducing our own concepts, our own menus, our own uniforms, all of that, we were allowed to create and run our business along with approval. And the PGA Tour, very structured, still had a lot of like incredible experience people to report to. But then I get to private clubs, and they have these do you remember the Del Boca Vista episode of Seinfeld where
Boca Vista, yeah,
Kramer's going to run for the community board or whatever?
Yeah.
That's what these resorts are run on. They're run by these member-owned,
by the members,
volunteer boards. And they're really successful people in everything but running resorts and businesses and restaurants. So like you get these, just call it what it is, rich, accomplished people that have never done what I do. And they inherently think, well,
yeah, I can do this.
Adam's a nice guy, but we can do this. It's just, you take your raw steak and you slap it on a plate. They don't know. They just like I don't know what goes into anything else other than what I've done. And so we get all these crazy, cliche, and then everybody just goes to the cliches. Well, just pack the house, and then figure out how to make money. No, we're gonna have a better plan than that to start with, kind of deal. And we're not gonna have drunks, and we're not gonna have the 10 loudest complainers dictating what happens with the other 300, 400, 800 members. That's not gonna work either. So stand up to these people,
Yeah. So I don't know. So I came up. We were talking about this last night, and I came up with two. I don't know if they're pithy cliches. It's just something that is done constantly in business that are like, I don't know why you continue to do this. And that is, it's like promoting thinking individual contributors will be good at leadership and not training them to lead.
Right.
Like, that is like, oh, this person is going to be good, so we'll just put them into a manager's position. Like, that to me is like, stop. We have to stop doing that. Now, the other thing though, and it is a pithy cliche, I don't know, it's out there and I've heard it, but I do actually agree with it. That's the thing. Do you have some that you actually agree with?
Right. And that goes back to the ethos. Like, we can't just spend an hour complaining. Like, we got to find some really good content, but I'm having fun complaining. Let's stick with complaining. So that one you just said, isn't that called like the Peter principle or something like that? You promote somebody out of success until you fire them, essentially.
There's something, right. And there's something about, I think like one of the things is like, it's more expensive to hire than to retain, retain employees. So it's much more expensive to go out and find somebody new than to retain an employee, but I think what that does, that saying kind of leads us into like, instead of going out and finding a manager, let's just put this guy who's a great individual contributor into this position. And they're not prepared to deal with people. And then people, hire me and they go, can you teach this person how to deal with people and manage them?
But that sounds like a win-win all around. Joe gets work because, all right, in my life, yes, not everybody's cut out for leadership. Matter of fact, most aren't. I get what you're saying. However, aren't the benefits of showing the team that internal promotion is a part of the culture, instilling the institutional knowledge, the values, the mission statement, who we are, all that stuff, that comes with an internal promotion. And when you say to a frontline associate, hey, here's a path to long-term stability and growth in your life and your career, isn't that a good thing to pitch? Like, aren't all those good things that like, that's like saying, don't go falling in love because you're just going to break up, with everybody but one person.
Yeah. But you have to invest in preparing them for that position.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. You can't just go, oh, we're screwed. And
You're going to be a leader.
yeah. And Bob's a good server. So Bob's a really
Right.
good line cook. Let's make him, here, go do the food order and meet food costs. Yeah. You have to teach people. You have to build them. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And that has to be a part of the manager's job, is finding their successor.
I like it. Yes.
Yeah, and that's never, I don't think that's a part of many people's jobs, especially as they move up in an organization. They don't think of themselves like, oh, instead of doing the task that I feel like I'm supposed to do, let's have this person, actually, let me teach this person how to do it, and have them along, and so that they can eventually take my job. But people are afraid, so they go, okay, this is my work. I'm not.
That's right. If I share what I do with somebody, my job security becomes in question. To your point about, I think that goes back to cultural standards or norms, or lack of norms in most businesses, because the leaders are generally on salary, which means you're going to work them till they're, they can't work anymore, because you don't have to pay them overtime. So that's beautiful in the mind of whoever's at the top. But what happens is the people doing the job in salary go, I have all this to get done. As soon as I get it done, I'm out the door. And the ownership or the higher up leadership don't instill, hey, you have to teach 3 other people what you're doing. And you're right. Most companies feel like, and create a culture of, if I share what I'm doing, that means that what I do becomes less valuable, versus if I share what I'm doing, I can get on to advancing, and I can learn from my higher up, who should be teaching me and making their life easier.
Right. Yeah.
And that doesn't, I could think very, very clearly of companies that did that very well that I worked for, and companies that did it horribly that I worked for.
Yeah. I'm reading this, evidence, or they don't follow what they say all the time. Yes. So we've mentioned culture a few times, and there is one thing that I go, I'm not sure if this is true. I think I generally agree with it, though.
Okay.
And that is, culture eats strategy for breakfast. That's something that was always thrown around.
Yeah.
Meaning like you can strategize all you want. If you don't have the right culture, nothing's getting done. It won't be executed.
Actually, I got to say, I will tell you, I am the most cynical person towards management books, corporate posters, fun little analogies that are like coach speak and all of that. I really, really agree with what you're talking about. If you got a team that buys in and will do anything for each other, not even for you, for each other, screw all the planning and strategy. Just go do the thing with them. You know what I mean? I really love that, man. You're right.
I mean, I don't think you throw strategy out the window, but if you spend all your time strategizing and you go, we need to do this and we're going to do it this way, and you get all of those things in place, but you don't have the team to do it, then it's not going to come to fruition. It's not going to get there. Because you don't have the right people and you don't have the right atmosphere where people actually want to execute what the strategy is.
I spent more of my professional, high dollar, big title career. I spent more of my time running food and bussing tables than I did anything else. And part of that was practical, because if I'm running food, I can make sure I can sense immediately whether people are happy with the food that's getting set in front of them. I'm interacting with customers. I am double checking that their first impression of the food is wonderful. And if I'm, bussing, whatever, I'm taking a trip out of the kitchen, may as well take a trip back in. We call it full hands in, full hands out kind of deal. But the underlying reason I did that was so that the team would see that even the dude in the suit and the bow tie is doing the menial stuff. So when it came down to push comes to shove that I need something done, I could always say, hey guys, you see me hours on end making you money. I don't keep your tips. You don't tip me out. I'm here working for you. I need this now. We need to get this done, because you never know when those exceptions are going to come, or when a party of 40 is going to walk in and you need it, set up on the fly, or like you say, the strategy goes out the window and you're stuck with, am I going to take these 40 people's money and distribute it to the team and the company? Or am I going to tell them to get lost? No, we want to take their money. So guys, we need to hit pause. We need to change our strategy immediately. And here's what I need done now. And that I agree, man. The good culture will eat good strategy for lunch.
Is there, so maybe not cliches, but is there jargon that is like cringy to you, that you hear it and you go, oh, I've heard that too much.
Oh my gosh.
And they could be right and they could be wrong, but it's just like, okay, can we get past this?
Oh, I would just hear stuff that there's like no,
sometimes I even use it too, if it's appropriate. But still, like, even when it comes out of my mouth, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, low hanging fruit.
Yeah, or even like Wally says, the low hanging fruit. Like, my problem with all of those things that you're talking about, Joe, is that it doesn't take any thought, and your team sees through that. If you're the leader treating them with patronizing non-thought, they catch on to that at some point, versus if you can explain why it's important, then, or bring value to what you're saying, then they buy in, or then they give a damn. So like, a restaurant manager that just walks around endlessly. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Leader of the year. Thank you so much. How about a culture where people take pride in their workplace and say, other than doctors, we're the only people allowed to give somebody something to legally put inside their bodies. Let's make this a wonderful place to do that. How about that? Yes. Hey, guys. Or how about, I've worked the absolute insert word here out of you.
I was wondering what you're going to say there.
Why don't you take 5 minutes and sit down somewhere where you look professional and get out of the way of the people that are working? Because I appreciate what you've done. I'll run your food and keep an eye on your table while you take a break, because maybe you do need it, because you've been on your feet in an unappreciative atmosphere for 10 hours. How about that? That's better than getting yelled at for lean to clean, get out. Oh, I hate that, man.
I mean, there's one, like, thinking outside the box. Like, okay, I get that we need to think differently than we are thinking here, but every time I hear think outside the box, I'm like, dude, are we still saying this? And I say it too, because it's appropriate sometimes.
Right, yeah.
And people understand it, but also it's like, okay, all right. Can we think of another phrase?
Right, yeah. How about we think outside of the box and come up with a different statement than think outside the box? The box is, we've got a new box. That's in the box now.
That's in the box when you say think outside the box.
Have you seen these, like, I'm sure you have, but maybe other people can empathize too. Have you seen these, like, training videos, and they're almost like, you feel it, they're almost like trying to pep you up, like you're running out to play the Super Bowl, which works like once for like 3 minutes. You're like, oh, that's pretty good. And then you're like, the next day you're back to doing the exact same thing. Like, I remember the PGA Tour, they commissioned like this video, and the whole premise was, at 212 degrees, water starts boiling, and it goes from just a lukewarm liquid to something that can power a locomotive. Like it was like 1 degree. How do you go from 212 to 213? And like 1 degree.
Of course I've seen that.
And it was like, it's a cool thought. Never in my life have I been like, all right, Adam, it's time. Flip the switch from 212 to 213. It's time to become steam. Like, what? I bet they spent more than my annual salary, which was pretty good in those days, on that video, and and it was just like, I mean, I remember it. Here I am. I mean, that was probably 2014, maybe. So here I am 11 years later talking about it. But and it's true, but I'm not a cup of water. Like, I got a little more going on than that, you know. But I'll admit, I heard one this week that at first I was like, it was like it came up in my reels. It was like this corporate, like, motivational speaker, you know, and it wasn't Tony Robbins, but imagine like a Tony Robbins in a corporate space, you know. And I'm like I watch it because I know it's going to be cringy, and I'm like, oh, look, give me the eye roll here, Adam. That's going to be my fulfillment from watching this reel. And I have to say, actually, it was pretty good. So the lady, she says that cinder blocks are one of her favorite business analogies, and I'm like, okay, this is new. And it used to be in architecture. So a cinder block is like 8 inches by 16, or I don't know, just call it 8 by 12, whatever it is. And in architecture, they used to have these solid blocks, 8 inches by 12 by 8. And what they actually found was they were, 100 pounds. The workers couldn't lift them. They were actually unstable because one little crack on those and the whole thing becomes useless. And then somebody managed to invent a cinder block that gets rid of 2/3 of the weight of the block. And they're actually more structurally sound, because if there's a little crack, just that one part, you still have the rest of it that is structurally sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so then the pitch was, get rid of the 2/3 of the extra weight and the crap that makes your life harder, and just keep the 1/3 that really is useful. And I was like,
oh, that is pretty good.
I was like, oh, damn. All right. I kind of like her. That's not so bad. That's all right. I like that a little better. That one's not too bad. It's a stronger product with less weight. And then I got, thinking about the ball python industry or the reptile industry. Man, we fill ourselves with a bunch of useless crap that we carry around in weight when it comes to drama or lectures or.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all philosophical stuff, but even like, just, I think a lot of people like play house rather than actually just live, So like, even when we're setting up our displays, or I got to have this because this is amazing and somebody had it there. And I'm like, does it bring value to the customer or to the animal, or does it make it inherently better? If it doesn't, you got to get rid of that. Like, it's just a waste, or a trinket or something that you're showing off. Now, sometimes those have tax write-off benefits. So sure, maybe a car wrap does have some sort of benefit, but like, do you really need to spend the car wrap, or are you just playing for your ego or whatever it is, Yeah, she was thinking outside the cinder block, man. That's what she was doing there. Sometimes they're good. Like, I like that one.
Yeah. This is like something that I'm kind of dealing with all the time, because that's like what I did for many years, was like training and development and stuff. So I always try to be I've always like try to come up with something novel to that was a little different than what people had heard before. And a lot of people just don't want to be in a training session at all.
Well,
because it's like they hear the same thing, they see the same thing over and over and over
That's
again.
Right. They've never found value in it, not because they didn't want to the first time, but because it's ended up being a burden and a weight off of them.
Yeah.
Did you think of some that have like hit home before, or that some that you shared? But wait, that'd be the teaser. We should tell people about the other good stuff, and they're going to hang around to hear Joe's.
Oh, okay,
good stuff. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah.
Guys, check out Keeper Cain's channel. You're already here on YouTube. Keeper Cain has a channel on YouTube. He's a snake breeder, ball python breeder, but he's got big snakes, aquatics, tarantulas, as well. And he documents all of it on his YouTube channel. Always family friendly, always, I would say positive and inspirational, but always honest as well. And I think I saw his better half, Michelle, in the audience this morning as well. But excuse me. Thank you for the support, Cain and Michelle. Keeper Cain is that channel on YouTube. And I got to say, Joe, we got a little change up coming next week. Cain,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Cain is going to take the spot on the Tuesday evening shows. And we got a new friend of the show coming in next week. Yeah, people got to tune in for that. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Okay,
yeah.
Great.
Husbandry.pro, you guys might have heard this week that a new marketplace platform was launched, Reptile Ads. It sort of looks like Reptile Leads, but it's actually Reptile Ads is what it is. But that ties in with Husbandry.pro. It is a new marketplace. But if you use Husbandry.pro and you sign up for Reptile Ads, boom, it populates your shop immediately with the data from Husbandry.pro. So I don't know much about Reptile Ads yet. I've been too busy to dive in, and I don't actually claim to be an advertiser for them. But Husbandry.pro, it's just another perk of Husbandry.pro. Now you have a standalone marketplace that people are checking out. You can track your breeding, your feeding. You can keep track of all hundreds of animals that you are undoubtedly going to acquire because you're a ball python nut. And you can manage different species as well. Wally at a Supreme Gecko, he could use Husbandry.pro to manage his geckos just fine as well. That's all in there. Use the promo code PRoyals60. Get yourself 60 free days. Just go to husbandrypro.com to check that out. Last but not least, Cold Blooded Cafe. I light up, man. I love their rodents are just the best, man. They feed well, they come in clean, they're fresh. I've been talking all day about the freshness of food and safety and all of that. Their packaging and standards of shipping are phenomenal. You'll see it when you get your rodents. Go check out Cold Blooded Cafe. Use a promo code PROPER11. Going to get yourself free shipping when you spend $200. Buy your food in bulk, save on the shipping, and you always got it right there in the freezer when you're ready to freeze. And those are 100% domestically produced. No shipping containers from overseas of partially frozen rodents that, like, you see them when you get them if you buy them from the competition. Check out Cold Blooded Cafe. Thanks to all the supporters, the advertisers. They are supporting our industry. They're from within our industry, supporting our industry. Last but not least, Palm Street brings this great content to you ad-free all week, even on the replays. So there we are. Joe, what were the ones that broke through that didn't make you roll your eyes, that you're like, these are the hits that do you have hits that you play in training?
Yeah, well, there's one that I always that always got to me, and I would think it's the best one about, and it's just about leadership. And leadership is a weird thing, like, and I'm not a leader. I don't want to be the top person in a company at all. And it's because of this saying that made me realize that. And that is, self-awareness is the best indicator of effective leadership. I think that's true. That is definitely a true thing. And it's something that I learned a while ago, that the best leaders are self-aware. They understand who they are, what they can handle, what they can do. And then because of their awareness of themselves, they know who they need around them.
Well, and I think that goes to authenticity. Like, no team wants to feel like they're being led by somebody who's feeding them nonsense, let's say, for lack of a better word. But if somebody's self-aware and authentic to say, here's what I could do really well, guys, and here's what I have accomplished. You might be able to do stuff that I can't do, and that's why I need you. Or I can help you get better where you're not succeeding yet. And ideally, by getting better, what I really mean is you make more money, you prepare yourself for a better life, and ultimately you reach that goal of a better life and some sort of self-fulfillment that comes with it. That's a whole lot more authentic than, at 213 degrees, you're going to turn into steam and become a locomotive.
Right. And I like that concept, leads to okay, if I want to be an effective leader, I mean, yes, I can learn about different leadership styles, but you're going to have your own leadership style, and you're going to want to do things your own way. And if you're trying to do, like you said, if you're trying to do leadership in a different kind of way, then it's not going to come off as authentic. You're not going to do a good job because it's not your style. So find your style, find your point of view, your particular leadership point of view, and enact that in wherever you are in the organization, because you can be a leader, and not be a hierarchical leader, but you can be an influencer in your company too. So find your style, find what you can do, and really become more self-aware and know who you are and what you want and what your vision is, what your leadership point of view is, and enact that instead of trying to be, I don't know, Steve Jobs or something, or reading a book and going, I want to be like the Virgin CEO or whatever.
Branson, I got you. I was like the
Branson, yes.
I was like, what? Hey, Troy at Balls and Strikes, thanks so much, brother, for the little change in the jar. I appreciate that. That does keep the ads from intruding as well. Guys, go check out Balls and Strikes Pythons when you get a chance. Definitely lots of action on Instagram for sure. There's almost this mentality of there's strength in vulnerability. Like if you're authentic and you have your own style, and you could say sometimes, I don't know about that, or I can't do that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You might hear somebody go, I gotcha. I could do that. No problem.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Great. Thank you, man. And good things start to happen. And I think that there's the unspoken thing of, hey, if this person's willing to just be honest, now we got an authentic person. And then suddenly titles go out the window. Suddenly, I mean, that was always important to me too. Like, again, I go back to the busted tables and running food. My title is director. Nowhere in my job description was, well, run food and bust tables. As a matter of fact, my GM was forever like, Adam, your team, they're walking all over you because you do this. And I'm like, no, when I need it, I put my foot down. When I don't need it, I'll run the food and I'll bust the tables. That's fine, because there's other benefits to it, Yeah.
So I think you're touching on another one that I think is really important. Actually, is like, and I don't remember like the pithy statement, but it's like when you're managing a team or leading a team, you give credit for success to others, but take responsibility when there's a failure. Yeah. So, that will ingratiate or endear you to your team. Your team is going to want to work for you because they're getting the credit. And when they mess up, they're, the higher ups aren't coming down on them. They're coming down on you. So be that buffer there. And I think that really, really works.
I think so. And I had a little bit of a hack or a cheat code, because in restaurants, there's not too many careers where genuinely you could say, hey, if you do a great job and you do more business, you're going to make more money today. Usually it's, hey, you're going to get in line for this promotion. And, in 2 years, you're going to be, that's a long time. But if I say, hey guys, we crush this tonight, you are going to make more money. If you do A, B, and C in this strategy, I can help you. And I could tell you that you're going to make more money because we're going to move more people in and they are going to have a better experience. And it's not even necessarily about volume. It's about an excellent experience from the people that do get in. That's a really, really nice, strong pitch that I could provide to people that provides an immediate return, which is what happened in restaurants. That didn't happen in my career. My boss wouldn't be like, hey, you crush it tonight, Adam, you're going to get a little something. No, I'm not. I have a salary. My boss is like, no, I own you, pal. You're getting what you get. And we'll talk when it comes to the annual review. We're going to cover 365 days in 42 minutes of a questionnaire. So I liked that motivation.
Now that's a practice that I go, I don't know. The annual review. It's like, no, that's not a good.
I used to
that's
fight.
Not a good tool.
I used to fight with my GM like you wouldn't believe. I was like, look, if we're not doing them at least quarterly, then we shouldn't do them at all. we should do, like, there should be no surprises in a review. There should be no, oh, I've been keeping notes for a year. Here's a little feedback for you to work on for this time next year. No way. Like, you should be coaching daily, but at least if you're going to do the sit down formal thing, written or whatever, you got to do that quarterly. You got to give people some immediate feedback or relatively quick feedback.
Well, it has to
work on.
Now, I understand like the legal aspect of it, because then you have you sit down and you go, oh, there's a problem here. But most of the time, people don't really talk about what the issues are. They go, yeah, you're doing well. And that's actually worse when you want to fire somebody.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't go telling them they've been doing a good job for 3 performance reviews. Otherwise, you're going to be writing. I have learned that hard lesson too, where, man, I've gotten reviews. I've gotten a bonus. Matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, and now you're telling me the time here is over. Oh, good. Yeah. There is a check involved. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, good. That check might need to be a little more. I mean, I hate to be so cynical.
That touches on something.
That's part of
something.
Yeah,
which I think is interesting, I was so involved in like the culture of companies and building the culture in a certain way and blah, blah, blah. And I think that's really, really important. I do think it's important, but I think there is something that trumps all of that too. And that is, you have to take care of your employees financially. Like, if like you can try and build culture,
right.
build culture, but if they can't pay their bills,
they're not going to give
a hate their job.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing. At the end of the day, it still does come down to, it's almost like pretending for a long time that money isn't what it's about, and then at the end of the day, acknowledging, guys, this is why we got to do this. Like, we need to.
That's right, Jake.
At the end of the day, I can't do anything more than pay you well. Like, I want it to feel good along the way, and I want you excited about it because somebody else will pay you as well. But I'd like you to stay. But yeah, there's got to be, the math has to work at the end.
So it's like, so you have to consider what your employees feel like at the job, so that they enjoy it, they like it. I agree with what Troy says. It's like, yes, a happy employee is more productive, and an engaged employee is more productive. All of that, but also you need to respect how they're doing in their home life, and your connection to that home life is what you pay them. So
yeah, and honestly,
that's the most direct.
It is, and I'm glad you brought up home life and life outside, because the check is important. And I'll say I was well paid. I made good money. But there did come a point where what was not only asked, but was required of me no longer fit being a father and a husband. And I don't even mean a husband in the, like, I've never had a problem being true to my marriage. That's not the problem. But being present in my marriage is really important to me. Mm-hmm. And that was something that I just wasn't doing anymore. I mean, awake hours, I was spending 80 to 90% of my time at work. And you can't, at some point, the check doesn't matter anymore, or you pay me well enough to where I sock enough away because I don't even have time to spend it. You got to give them time to spend their money, so they have to come back to work, because at some point they're going to look around and go, I got enough to buy some ball pythons, man. I'm out of here. I'm
right. Well, I mean, there's good ones and there's bad ones out there, I guess. Some are cringy, some are actually pretty good. So
yeah.
We've covered a little bit of them today.
That was a fun trip down memory lane of the corporate world, which again, I have to say, I hope I never come across like, haha, suckers, because one of the best value propositions in probably the history of the world or the universe is get some skills, have some time, put in some work, and you're going to get a steady paycheck. and a safe, healthy life that you can live and not get eaten by a bear or killed by freezing temperatures. That's a really, really, really good value proposition. I have no problem with a job. So that is never my point where I'm like, oh, dummies. Like, and to be truthful, thank God for the benefits of Kelly's job, because I couldn't do this without that. So I never want to be like, I'm dumping on somebody that's not, like snobby entrepreneurs are the worst. Snobbery is the worst thing. I never want to be that, man. That's not what I'm after. And if you saw the glamour of my day-to-day life, you'd be like, yeah, you're the sucker, Adam. Like,
that just made me think of another one, which was I think it was Mark Twain or somebody. I think it's attributed to Mark Twain. It's like, find the thing that you love and you won't work a day in your life.
Yeah, the vacation. I love me some Mark Twain.
You're still working.
Yeah, you're still working, and like, let's be honest. Not all of us are crapping out Huck Finn and traveling trains around the world while we write in our diary. Like, that's not going to work,
I think that's become harder over the years.
I would say so. Well, guys, have fun. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. And thanks for the support. Like, all the, the tip is cool, but the activity, the interaction with the audience, man. I really appreciate it. That is genuinely what keeps us coming back. So thanks so much. And if you're looking for people to support in the industry, support the people that are supporting our industry, like Keeper Cain, Husbandry.pro, Cold Blooded Cafe, and Palm Street. So thanks so much, Joe. Go have fun, man. Are you doing anything like actual Halloween? Like, what are you doing tomorrow? You got
actually Aiden's having, so I got a few things coming up. Tonight is Aiden's senior night. It's his last game, and I'm walking out on the field with him and stuff. That'll be fun.
I hope he gets to is tomorrow night the game, or tonight's the game?
No, tonight's the game, because tomorrow's Halloween, so they changed the game.
Oh, right. I hope I hope he gets a chance to do the walk-off game winner as time is expiring, man. That's what I mean.
We'll see.
Up on the shoulders, everything, man.
And then tomorrow, I think we've said, you can have some people over. So he's having some people over, and the house is all decorated and everything. And then I'm going to a concert on Saturday, so it should be a good few days. The Mars Volta.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, a little progressive garage rock. I like that, man. That's cool.
Yes. You go. I call it jazz metal. That's
okay. There you go. That is cool. Cool little club show. Are they in a theater, or what's going on?
They're at Janus Live. So I've never been there, but I hear it's like a small little venue, and
it is. But it's like, it's bigger than, I would call it bigger than a club. But it is still close enough to hang out.
And I think it's outside, and it's going to be a nice, cool night. So
there you go. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll have fun. I hope Chelsea got rid of the barrels that were keeping her slowing her down.
She did. Almost immediately.
Okay. Yeah, they were not an ongoing problem, huh?
No.
All right, guys. We'll do it next week. I'll what's that, Joe?
Have fun tonight.
Oh, it's going to be a blast, man.
If you're nearby, go see this thing.
I got to say, actually, I'll leave you with one last little cliche. Anything can become work. I've had enough of the music of rock and roll. I'm done with it. The show will be great. It'll be worthwhile. But like, in my sleep, I'm waking up to songs stuck in my head. I'm done with it. I've had enough.
But at the end of the thing, how elated will you be?
Oh, it's going to be a blast, man.
And then just to go, that's done. Give me a beer.
Yeah, and I'm the only guitar on it, so I get all the, the rock and roll spotlight. I'm not working with another guitarist. Like, it's all me, man. It's going to be fun. Nice. But it's become work, so I'm ready to move on. So I'll tell you all about it next week. See you for some coffee next Thursday. See you guys.
Bye.